What'd you think?
I'm just so proud of those guys. You know, they came in and they worked extremely hard this summer, the little bit of time they were here, and then they had a great camp. You know, we saw it every day in camp, the chance that they could be really special. And for them to go out and execute on Saturday, it was just a sigh of relief for us, because you never know how they're going to respond in front of 85,000. But they did a great job, and I'm just so proud of those guys.
How do you feel the linemen handled the rapid pace offense that Coach Morris wants for the first time out in a real game?
Well, the first half, you know, we really couldn't ever get in a rhythm. I think everything was just kind of, you know, go 3 or 4 plays here, and then we were off the field, and it was just hard to get in a fast-paced rhythm. And the second half, things started clicking a little bit, and we were able to push the tempo a little bit. Still not where we want to be, but I feel like for the most part we handled it well. We still had about 70 snaps, but we had 6 3-and-outs. So if we eliminate some of those, we're right where we want to be with 80-plus snaps a game.
How do you think y'all held up on the interior of the line Saturday?
For the most part, I think we did okay. I mean, we have a lot of improvement to make, but Troy came out, and their number one goal was to stop the run. I mean, they'd never lined up and played a base defense the entire game. They were always doing some kind of twist or bringing pressure from the boundary, a lot of prevalent blitzes from the field as well. I mean, they tried to make it impossible for us to get hands on them. And you got to tip your hat to them. They did a good job, but I think the second half we finally calmed down and we're a little bit more sure of ourselves, and we handled it a little bit better.
Thank you.
Talk to us about the plays at the goal line. You guys had in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, we sat there and we felt pretty confident that, you know, we could punch it in. And again, you got to tip your hat to Troy. They brought a blitz right across, and we ran the power, and it's a gap scheme. Everybody's blocking down, and they lined a man head up on us, and we were blocking down, had a hat on a hat, and they just brought a guy that we couldn't block in the gap, and it was just a good call for them.
Who should have picked the linebacker up?
Well, I mean, we really didn't.
Yeah,
We really didn't have anybody. You know, we didn't have a lead blocker or anything like that for us. So it was just, you know, football sometimes is a chess match, and they won that hand.
Were you as physical as you wanted to be?
I think it was pretty hard to be physical, because every time you try to get your hands on them, they're bringing a stunt or a twist or something. I mean, every time we would step and about to get on the guy, they would loop around. So it was, you had a hard time for the first half, especially just getting your hands on them. And, you know, as I said, you got to tip your hat to them, because they did a good job. They knew what their strengths were, and they tried to play to it.
So Saturday's game was more about technique rather than just blowing somebody off.
I think the bottom line of Saturday was just trying to find a way to win. I mean, it was a very unconventional kind of look that we got, and I don't think you'll see it as much with other teams that, you know, have a little bit more depth and a little bit more size up front. And it's something that we prepared for a little bit, but always going into that first game, there's kind of that unknown factor that you just have to hope your preparation pays off.
So was there a lot of stuff that y'all didn't really, it sort of caught y'all by surprise a little bit?
Well, we knew they were going to twist and stunt and bring some blitzes, but we had no idea, you know, the amount and as much as they would do it. I mean, like I said, I don't think they played it straight up one time.
You looking to have more snaps this week? I know you had 69 last week, and Coach Morris looking for something around 80.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and as I said earlier, we had 6 3-and-outs, so if we eliminate some of those, you get at least 3 more plays to drive. We're right on track to have 80 plays. And as an offense, we want to have as many plays and as many points as we can, and we left a ton out there. If you go back and watch the film from the first half, there's several plays where if we'd have just calmed down and relaxed a little bit, they're wide open. We just got to execute. And the second half, we did a lot better with that. Came out and scored 30 points right off the bat, and just really got to a rhythm, and that's what we're hoping to start out with next week.
What was the difference in Taj's demeanor from first half to second half?
I think he just got comfortable. The first half, he was, you know, it's his first career start. He was I'm sure he was a little bit nervous, but I think he eventually just relied on his coaching, realized that, you know, he's the guy. Everybody's got full confidence in him. Just kind of took a big, deep breath and realized he was the man, and went out there and did his job.